What if the way you learned keto is already outdated? What if the reason you stopped losing weight is not because keto failed you, but because you're still following keto rules from 2015? Back then, everyone said, eat more fat, chase higher ketones, fear protein, never touch carbs again. But in 2026, the science and the strategy has changed. And if you're over 25, busy, stressed, trying to lose weight while working, raising a family, and living a real life, you don't need stricter keto. You need smarter keto. Today, I'm going to show you the new rules of keto in 2026, the rules that can help you burn fat, protect your muscle, improve your energy, and finally make keto fit into your real life. Here's the problem. A lot of people start keto excited. The first week, the scale drops. The cravings calm down. The brain feels sharper. The jeans feel a little looser. And then suddenly, nothing. The weight loss slows. The energy dips. The motivation disappears. And you start wondering, am I doing something wrong? Do I need more fat? Do I need fewer carbs? Do I need higher ketones? Is keto just not working for me anymore? But here's the truth. Most people don't fail keto because they lack willpower. They fail because they're using old rules for a new understanding of the body. The new era of keto is not about being extreme. It's about becoming metabolically flexible, emotionally consistent, and physically stronger. Before we get into the new rules, I want you to do something. Comment below, new keto, if you're ready to stop doing keto the old stressful way and start doing it in a smarter, more sustainable way. And while you're there, tell me this, what has been your biggest keto struggle? Is it cravings? Low energy? A weight loss plateau? Confusion about protein? Social pressure? Or starting strong and then falling off? Because this channel is built for real people with real lives, not perfect people living in a perfect meal prep bubble. So comment new keto, hit subscribe, and let's break down what keto really looks like in 2026. Welcome to the channel, where we make keto simple, realistic, and built for real-life weight loss. Rule 1. Stop building your keto diet around fat. Old keto said, eat fat to burn fat. New keto says, eat enough fat to feel satisfied, but don't drown your body in extra energy. This is one of the biggest mindset shifts. For years, people were told that if weight loss slowed down, they should add more butter, more oil, more fat bombs, more heavy cream, more MCT oil. But here's the problem. Your body can burn the fat on your plate, or it can burn the fat stored on your body. If you keep giving your body a constant stream of dietary fat, especially in the form of snacks, coffees, oils, and keto treats, your body may have less reason to pull from stored fat. That doesn't mean fat is bad. Fat is important. Fat helps with hormones. Fat helps you feel full. Fat makes keto meals enjoyable. But in 2026, the goal is not to eat fat just because it's keto. The goal is to use fat strategically. Think of fat like the volume knob on your hunger. If you're starving between meals, turn it up a little. If your weight loss has stalled and you're adding fat everywhere, turn it down a little. The new keto plate is not a mountain of fat. It's protein first, low-carb vegetables, smart fats, and enough food to feel calm and satisfied. Not stuffed, not deprived, satisfied. That's the new standard. Rule 2. Prioritize protein, especially if you want to lose fat after 30. This rule is huge. If you are in your 30s, 40s, or 50s, protein is not optional. Protein is protection. It protects your muscle. It protects your metabolism. It protects your strength. It helps you stay full. It helps your body look leaner as the weight comes off. One of the old keto fears was, if I eat too much protein, it will turn into sugar. But that idea has been misunderstood. Your body does not automatically convert every bite of chicken, beef, eggs, or fish into sugar just because you ate it. Your body is smarter than that. It makes glucose when it needs glucose. That means you don't need to fear protein. You need to respect it. Because here's what nobody wants to talk about. Losing weight without enough protein can leave you smaller, but softer, weaker, hungrier, more likely to regain the weight. And that's not what we want. We don't just want the scale to go down. We want your body to become stronger, more stable, and more confident. So in the new era of keto, protein becomes the anchor. Build your meals around foods like eggs, chicken, beef, turkey, salmon, sardines, Greek-style low-carb options if they fit your plan, seafood, cheese in reasonable amounts, and quality protein that keeps you full. Here's a simple emotional check. After a keto meal, you should feel grounded. Not snacky 45 minutes later. Not hunting through the pantry. Not needing 5 keto desserts to survive the night. Protein helps create that stability. Rule 3. Stop chasing high ketones like they're a trophy. This is where many people get trapped. They test their ketones and think, higher number means better fat loss. But that's not always true. Higher ketones do not automatically mean more body fat is being burned. Sometimes high ketones simply mean you are making more ketones than your body is currently using. As your body becomes better adapted, it may use ketones more efficiently. And when that happens, your blood ketone number might actually go down. That can feel scary if you don't understand what's happening. You might think, keto stopped working. But sometimes, it means the opposite. It means your body is becoming more efficient. Think about it like this. When you first start learning to drive, everything is obvious. You grip the wheel. You overthink every turn. You focus on every movement. But years later, driving feels smooth, efficient, automatic. Your body can become the same way with keto. At first, ketones may be loud and obvious. Later, the system becomes smoother. So in 2026, we stop worshiping numbers and start paying attention to real signs of progress. Are your cravings better? Are you losing inches? Is your hunger more controlled? Is your energy more stable? Are your clothes fitting better? Are you stronger in your workouts? Are you more consistent than last month? That is progress, not just a number on a strip. Rule 4. Electrolytes are not optional. Let's talk about the keto mistake that makes people quit way too early. They start keto. A few days later, they feel tired. Their head hurts. Their legs feel heavy. Their mood drops. They feel weak at the gym. They crave sugar like crazy. And they think, my body needs carbs. But sometimes the real issue is not carbs. It's minerals. When you lower carbs, your body stores less glycogen. When glycogen drops, water drops. When water drops, minerals drop too. That means sodium, potassium, and magnesium become incredibly important. This is why some people feel like keto gives them energy, and others feel like keto ran them over with a truck. The difference is often not motivation. It's mineral strategy. In the new era of keto, you don't just ask, how many carbs did I eat? You also ask, did I salt my food? Did I drink enough water? Did I get magnesium? Did I eat mineral-rich foods? Did I mistake thirst or mineral imbalance for hunger? This is especially important for busy adults. If you're working long hours, drinking coffee, exercising, sweating, or dealing with stress, your body needs support. So before you quit keto because you feel off, check your electrolytes. Sometimes the solution is not a cheat meal. Sometimes the solution is salt, water, magnesium, and a better plan. Rule 5. Fiber still matters. Low carb does not mean no plants. Old school keto sometimes made people afraid of vegetables. They would say, carbs are bad. Then they'd remove fruit, beans, grains, and unfortunately, they'd also remove most plants. But the new keto approach is more intelligent. Low carb does not mean no fiber. Your gut still matters. Your digestion still matters. Your microbiome still matters. Your long-term health still matters. Fiber can help you feel full, support digestion, and make your diet feel more normal. And that matters emotionally. Because one of the biggest reasons people quit diets is not hunger alone. It's the feeling of restriction. The feeling that life has become smaller. The feeling that every meal is just meat, cheese, and rules. That's not inspiring. A better keto plate includes low-carb plant foods that add color, crunch, texture, and freshness. Foods like avocado, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, zucchini, cabbage, asparagus, leafy greens, chia seeds, flax seeds, psyllium husk, and small amounts of berries if they fit your carb target. This is important because the new era of keto is not just about losing weight. It's about becoming the kind of person who can sustain the result. And sustainability needs variety. Your meals should feel like food, not punishment. Rule 6. Strategic carbs are not the same as losing control. This rule may surprise some people. Keto in 2026 is not about being terrified of every gram of carbohydrate forever. It's about using carbs with intention when appropriate. Now, let's be very clear. This does not mean random cheat days. It does not mean eating pizza, donuts, fries, and calling it metabolic flexibility. That's not strategy. That's chaos with a fancy name. Strategic carbs are different. For some people, after a long period of consistent keto, a planned higher carb window may help with training performance, energy, hormones, or simply psychological relief. But the key word is planned, not emotional, not impulsive, not I had a stressful day, so I deserve the whole pantry planned. For example, some people may include slightly more carbs from whole food sources like sweet potato, berries, squash, or other clean carb sources during specific phases, especially if they train hard, feel flat, or have been very low carb for a long time. But this is not for everyone. Beginners usually need consistency first. If you're brand new to keto, don't start by looking for loopholes. Build the foundation first. Then later, once you understand your body, you can experiment. That's the new mindset. Not fear. Not rebellion. Intelligent flexibility. Rule 7. Give keto at least 8 weeks before you judge it. This is one of the most important rules in the entire script. Getting into ketosis can happen quickly, but becoming keto adapted takes time. There is a big difference. In the first few days, your body is learning. It is shifting fuel systems. It is dropping water. It is adjusting minerals. It is changing hunger signals. It is learning how to use fat and ketones more efficiently. That process can feel messy, and this is where many people quit. They judge the whole journey based on the hardest adjustment phase. That's like going to the gym for 4 days, getting sore, and deciding strength training doesn't work. No, your body is adapting. Give it time. The first week is not the full story. The second week is not the full story. Even the first month may not be the full story. In the new era of keto, we respect adaptation. That means you commit long enough for your body to actually learn the system. A powerful mindset is, I am not testing keto for 3 days. I am training my metabolism for 8 weeks. That changes everything. Because now you're not panicking every morning. You're observing, learning, adjusting, building. That is how real transformation happens. Rule 8. Your environment matters more than your willpower. This rule is personal. Because most people don't fall off keto when everything is perfect. They fall off when life gets real. When work gets stressful, when the kids need something, when you're tired, when your spouse orders takeout, when you're traveling, when you forgot to prep food, when everyone around you says, just have one. That's when keto gets tested. And if your environment is not set up, willpower has to do all the work. That is exhausting. So in 2026, we stop pretending discipline is enough. We build systems. Create default meals. Meals you can make without thinking. For example, eggs and avocado, burger bowls, chicken Caesar salad without croutons, salmon with vegetables, taco bowls without rice, turkey lettuce wraps, steak and asparagus, rotisserie chicken with a low-carb side. Then create emergency meals. These are meals for the nights when life is chaotic. Keep options ready in the fridge, freezer, car, office, or bag. Because the best diet is not the one that works only when you're motivated. It's the one that still works when you're tired. That's real-life keto. Rule 9. Keto should make you feel empowered, not isolated. This part matters emotionally. Food is social. Birthdays, dinner with friends, family holidays, date nights, work events, vacations. If keto makes you feel like you have to hide, argue, defend yourself, or become the difficult person at every table, it becomes harder to sustain. So the new era of keto includes social intelligence. You do not need to announce your diet everywhere. You do not need to convince everyone. You do not need to debate carbs at dinner. You can simply choose foods that work for you and move on. Confidence is quiet. You can say, I feel better eating this way. That's enough. You can say, I'm focusing on my health right now. That's enough. You can say, no thanks, I'm good. That's enough. Keto is a tool. It is not your personality. It is not your religion. It is not something you need to defend in every conversation. The most powerful version of keto is the one that helps you live better. Not the one that makes your world smaller. Rule 10. Make keto about the life you're building, not just the weight you're losing. This is the emotional core. Yes, weight loss matters. You want the scale to move. You want your clothes to fit. You want to look in the mirror and feel proud. But the new era of keto goes deeper than that. It's about waking up with more control. It's about not feeling ruled by cravings. It's about walking past the pantry and realizing food no longer has the same power over you. It's about having energy for your kids. It's about going to the doctor and feeling hope instead of fear. It's about getting dressed without starting your day in frustration. It's about trusting yourself again. That is what this is really about. Keto is not just a diet. Used correctly, it can become a structure that helps you rebuild self-respect. One meal at a time. One better choice at a time. One honest day at a time. And you do not need to be perfect. You need to be consistent enough to become the person you promised yourself you would become. That is the new era of keto. Not extreme. Not outdated. Not fear-based. Smart, strong, flexible, real. Now, here's why this matters. If you keep doing keto the old way, you may keep running into the same wall. You may keep adding more fat and wondering why your body fat is not moving. You may keep fearing protein and accidentally lose muscle. You may keep chasing ketone numbers and ignoring real progress. You may keep feeling tired because your electrolytes are low. You may keep quitting too early because you mistake adaptation for failure. And worst of all, you may start believing that your body is broken. But your body is not broken. It may just need a better strategy. Because when you shift into the new rules, everything changes. You stop fighting your body and start working with it. You eat protein without fear. You use fat with purpose. You support your minerals. You add fiber for digestion and fullness. You stop obsessing over ketone numbers. You give your body time to adapt. You build meals that fit your life. You become flexible without becoming careless. And that is when keto starts feeling less like a punishment, and more like freedom. Freedom from constant cravings. Freedom from confusion. Freedom from starting over every Monday. Freedom from feeling like food controls your day. That is what smarter keto can give you. Not just weight loss, a calmer relationship with food. So here's what I want you to do today. Don't try to change everything at once. Pick one new keto rule from this video and apply it this week. Maybe you prioritize protein at every meal. Maybe you stop adding extra fat just because it's keto. Maybe you start salting your food and tracking electrolytes. Maybe you add more low-carb vegetables. Maybe you stop checking ketones every day. Maybe you commit to giving keto 8 full weeks before judging the process. Choose one. Then comment below. My new rule is, and tell me which one you're going to focus on. If you want more simple, realistic keto weight loss content, subscribe to the channel and hit the like button so this video can reach more people who are tired of outdated keto advice. And remember, this content is for education only. If you have diabetes, kidney disease, take medication, or have any medical condition, talk to your healthcare provider before making major diet changes. The old era of keto was about restriction. The new era is about strategy. The old era was about chasing ketones. The new era is about building a body that can use energy better. The old era was about perfection. The new era is about consistency in real life. So don't ask, how do I do keto perfectly? Ask, how do I make keto work for the life I actually live? That is where the transformation begins. Thanks for watching. And if you want to keep learning, watch the next video on your screen, where I'll break down the biggest keto mistakes that stop weight loss after 30. I'll see you in the next one.